What up? It's your boy T-Bear here in Reaction. Today's Music Monday. We are in the new season of a series I've been watching faithfully for and react to on Music Monday for y'all. Now I'll be able to do it right when the episode comes out. That is none other than DJ Premier's So What's Up. Salute to Floppy Disk. Love seeing the story of DJ Premier and his production stories with some of your favorite hip hop artists as well as R&B artists and maybe a couple pop artists as well too, while making his infamous feats using the floppy disk while producing on the likes of the cow products of the NPCs that predecessors before my illustrious NPC Live 2s. So anyway, let's hear what story you have. Looks like we're checking out the one we talked about Heavy D. You know, Heavy D, the late great Heavy D as well too, R.I.P. One of the iconic hip hop artists of all time, and one of the influence of heavyset rappers along with the Fat Boys as well too. Though you know, Heavy worked with a lot of producers such as Teddy Riley, his cousin P Rock, his own DJ Eddie F, and many others. But it was good to hear. It's good to hear the story he made of Heavy D making some magic with the one and only legendary producer DJ Premier. And I'm okay. We had a little frozen moment. Sorry about that. Anyway, so let's check out. This is So What's Up episode 41 with Heavy D and the song Yes Yes. So I'm not too familiar with the song. Once I hear it, I probably know, because you know, just like names of face, you gotta put the names of the song sometimes when you hear it. But other than that, let's check it out.
I'm DJ Premier and I present to you So What's Up.
Okay,
Here we go.
Run it back.
So what's up? Hope y'all looked at the camera, but not.
1993 is a very, very good era. Just the whole 90s era period.
Yes.
When it came to consistent albums being released with
Major facts.
hip hop, from DOS Effects to Tribe Called Quest to Gangstar to EPMD to Big Daddy Kane to Public Enemy to LL Cool J, Brand Nubians, P Rock, CO Smooth.
The list,
just so many artists.
the list goes on and on.
It's just endless.
And we got to check out what's the album cover. He got the Mac. Shout out to the late great Max Julian, as many other who contribute to the hip hop soundtrack of the classic 70s blaxploitation film, The Mac.
One of the most iconic artists to come out of that era of the 80s into the 90s and still stay consistent was a very, very good man. Rest in peace to the overweight lover himself, MC Heavy D.
Yes.
Of the group Heavy D and the Boys. All right. Now, I've always been a big fan. I met him early in my career because I was shopping my demo. This is before I joined Gangstar. And when I was shopping my demo, they used to have a thing called Radio Day at WBLS, and Marley Marl would be there. And I was just dreaming of getting my demo heard. One day I go there and waiting for Marley to come collect demos, which he would do on Radio Day. And this is in Midtown Manhattan on the Deuce, 42nd Street, but you call it the Deuce if you live in New York and know the time, that era. And I'd already been up here just still making my moves, so I got to live that era of the Deuce. It's changed a little bit now, but still, shout to the Deuce. We're there, and they said Marley will be coming out in a minute. I'm standing by the door waiting to be the first one to get my demo tape. And boom, the elevator's right by his office door, and it opens. And when it opens, Heavy D is in a gray zip-up, but the zip-up is about right here, and he had a fat dookie cable underneath, so when zip-up stopped right here, you just saw the big gold bulging around his neck. And he had the matching gray sweat bottoms, and he walked off and he said, "Hey there, brother, how you doing?" And I'm like, damn, he spoke to me. Dapped him up. The other door opens and it's Marley Marl. And I'll never forget what he said. He said, "Is that you, Overweighter?" Because everybody knows Heavy D as the overweight lover, because he actually made the big man and rap be popular. Him, Chubb Rock, This is before the Notorious B.I.G., but I'm gonna get to the Notorious B.I.G. in this story. But he made the big man sexy in hip hop, being that people like LL and Houdini and artists like that were really the sex symbols of hip hop during that time. Even Run DMC. So he says Biz is gonna meet us at the studio to get busy on that record. Now at that time, I'm like, what record is that? It ended up being We Write the Songs on Marley Marl's In Control.
Oh, shit.
So that's my first experience.
Oh.
Rest in peace to both of them, Heavy D and Biz Markie, the Emmaza, like we call them. And moving fast forward to 1993, late 1992 into 1993, Heavy D enlisted me to be on his album Blue Funk.
Blue Funk.
I had 2 songs on there. One of them I really didn't want to do because, I'll explain. Let me tell you the song first. Yes, y'all. Okay?
84 BPM.
Now understand why I was resistant to do this song. In 1992, Gangstar released an album called Daily Operation. I had an interlude on there called 92 Interlude, and it went like this.
Oh, yeah.
I never wanted to do a song to that. I just wanted it to be a little piece that made people go, oh man, I can't stop playing it.
Right.
Sometimes you do things just to make you want to start it over, because I'm like that as a consumer and a fan of other artists. Certain songs, they're so short, you're like, damn, I need more. What do? You start it over again. Now, Heavy D's tells me, I did 2 records. The first one I did was called Here Comes the Hefster. Knocked that out. Then he said, I want to use that 92 interlude to make a song. Where I'm from and how we do the digging process and the production process in hip hop, we're anti bringing something back. That's just not what we do. It's kind of like unwritten code that us beat makers do, and as producers, because some people are beat makers, some people are producers. I'm both. When it comes to that, I was like, I don't want to do that because it already exists, and I don't want to put a beat to it and make it into a song. It's special on our album. It's Heavy D. What am I gonna say? No. I said no. He said, Preem, come on. I said no. Preem, come on. No. Preem, come on. Alright.
Yep. It's Heavy D, man. You got it.
Program the beat. For those that don't know, these sounds are
There we go.
contained on this disc. Now dig this. This is the original disc 292 interlude. I just covered it with another sticker back in 1992, going into 93, because the album dropped January 1993. Obviously, the recordings were done before that. So I covered it with a sticker. So this is also the original 92 interlude disc from Daily Operation, and then it transformed into putting kicks, snares, hi-hats, 808 for the boom, onto this floppy disk, which is then transferred into the machinery that we used back in that era, which I always explain just in case you're late, to the S950 Akash sampler, and also the MPC 60 at that time that I was using. Also
I try to remember what MVP he always kept using. I kept thinking 60 or in the 62. I wasn't sure, but yeah, the 60 and 62.
To trigger the sounds that come on this disc once I sample them onto this little fucking piece of property. You know what I'm saying? Owned by us. And when you move forward, it's a special thing because the song turned out to.
I had to talk about the shirt he got on. I was trying to keep myself focused on his story, but that shirt is lovely, man. The Stevie Wonder shirt, I like it. That's dope. Like, it's kind of based off the Hot in July album cover. For those who are not familiar with album covers as well too, but yes, that's stuff right there.
Actually, to my liking, because I was just resistant of what he was going to put down lyrically, and Hef did his thing. Now, obviously, in order to hear this version that had drums and whatnot, you gotta load it up into the S950 and then trigger it with the MPC 60 and recorded to 2-inch tape, reel to reel, not digital yet. And then when you put it in and insert that disc and lay it down to the tape, this is what you get.
Oh yeah. Do it like this though. Do it like this though. Do it like this. Do it like this. Make it fat like this.
Ooh.
Hey yo, rough, rugged, dig it down. Who's that? The man. I'm a slammer like Bam Bam. The big man, the bigger plan. The nigga jam, quick to figure and I've had my lady in state.
And a little beat chop right there. A sample chop.
R&B, hardcore, plenty more. Been on plenty tours, been in plenty draws. Far from just soapy dope, not into no hokey poke.
Woo!
Drink a coke, hell no, I won't
Them
smoke no coke.
snitch.
Steady.
Them snares is tough right there.
Ready for petty, big and heavy, far from Chevy, so save your gas spaghetti. Mic check it, microphone check it, watch me wreck it, I'll never have step it.
Now, one thing that was really special about this album is it also included production from Pete Rock, Tony Dofat, who is a very underrated producer, and also another underrated producer
heard of
and
Tony
MC,
Dofat.
the great Jesse West, better known as Third
Third Eye, yeah.
was also on there, and the album was executive produced by DJ Eddie F and Heavy D. Now, there's a song that ended the album that was special. It was called "A Bunch of Niggas."
Oh yeah.
And that's what it was. Now back then in the 90s, if Guru, rest in peace as well, was on any feature, it wouldn't say featuring Guru of Gangstar, it would just say featuring Gangstar. But Gangstar is a group, which is me and Guru, and of course always shout to Big Shug, the co-founder. But you see it says featuring Gangstar, Third Eye, the Notorious B.I.G., Busta Rhymes,
Woo!
and Robbo of the Great I&I. Shout to Robbo, of an incredible group. Shout to Mount Vernon, shout to Pete Rock again for I&I, and shout to Grap Lover as well. And it's a classic. And you know what else? It is the first gold album, not single, first gold album ever was from Heavy D and the Boys.
Nice.
And I remember I bought my mom
Wow.
one, which still hangs in my parents' house. And it's special because of that. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? Because I've always liked receiving the gold plaques. You know, just as a kid growing up and watching all the people that hold their gold and platinum albums up back in the days, I just always wanted to have at least one. And that was my first one. So with all that said, salute to Heavy D, rest in peace. Rest in peace to the Notorious B.I.G. Rest in peace to Guru. You know what I'm saying? And rest in peace to Biz Marquis, which we spoke on earlier. And salute the floppy disk. That's what's up.
All right, that was a good episode. That beat tough, dude. I don't think I've ever heard it before. I'm about to listen to that Blue Funk album. I think I only listened it once though, but that's a dope beat though. The sample itself was dope as well too though. But yeah, I guess in the code or anything. That's why I'm like hesitant on using other tracks. But sometimes I'm like, let's do it. But this was good. Can't wait to follow. Since I'm caught up or anything, now it's gonna be a surprise of who's gonna be the next one. We'll find out next week. If it's not done on Monday, it's not up by Monday. It'll be on either next week or as a leftover day. But other than that, shout out to always the one and only legendary Primo DJ Premier, one of my inspiration in DJ and production as well too, special production. It's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.